Their parents hid their autism diagnosis their entire childhood, then only told them about it when they found out there was free government housing money involved.
You're kidding.
Word for word, here it is. I'm a person with a disability. I'm autistic, level 1, and because of that, I qualify for a government housing program that helps me get my own home. The problem is, my parents never told me about my condition. They only brought it up when they found out about this benefit and saw it as an opportunity to achieve their own dream through me. They've even made it clear that they want the house to be where I want to live, not where I want to live. In other words, the house wouldn't really be for me, it would be for them.
Oh no no no. Wait, they sat on this information the whole time? They knew their kid was autistic and just didn't say anything? That's not protection, that's deception.
Right, and the timing is absolutely damning. They only bring it up when there's a benefit attached to it.
And it gets worse.
So they withheld crucial information about their kid's neurology for years, and the only thing that made them go, oh, we should probably mention this, was seeing a government check attached to it. That's commitment to transparency, honestly.
Ha. No, that's commitment to the housing application. Let's be clear about what this was.
Okay, so get this.
They didn't tell their kid they were autistic, but apparently everyone else at school found out. That's not a secret, that's just selective honesty. Stop.
Because they kept this from me, I went through a lot growing up socially, psychologically, and emotionally. I was bullied at school after my condition somehow got out. I didn't even know about it myself, but other people did. On top of that, I struggled to find a job, something I've always wanted because of autistic behaviors I didn't understand at the time.
Here is the thing though. This person was struggling through school, getting bullied, not understanding why, and their own parents had the answer the whole time. They chose silence over honesty.
The fact that other kids knew before they did? That's cruel.
Shall we continue?
The cruelty isn't in not understanding. It's in knowing and staying quiet while your kid suffers. So the parents kept this hidden, the kids found out from bullies, and nobody's asking, why did we do this to our child?
Because asking that question would mean admitting they prioritized their comfort over their kids' well-being. Way easier to just show up when there's a house in it for them.
Alright, so then.
Damn.
When I finally found out the truth, I felt a huge sense of hurt and resentment. It feels like they neglected me and never helped me simply because of prejudice. Because of that, I don't think it's fair to give them something that, in my view, they don't deserve.
If you want to hear how this ends, make sure you follow FPM Stories so you don't miss the next one. See, this is what gets me. They're not being selfish, they're being realistic. Their parents made choices that hurt them, and now those same parents want to benefit from a program designed to help their child. That's audacious.
There's a real wound here, and I understand why they're drawing a line.
Right then, it gets complicated.
I'm screaming. So the parents withheld this diagnosis, which indirectly contributed to their kid getting bullied at school, and now they're like, hey, by the way, can we live in the house your disability qualifies you for? The audacity is actually impressive.
It's villain arc energy. We hid the truth from you, ruined your social life, and now we'd like a free house, please.
Alright, so then.
Let me tell you something. This person has every right to be angry. They were denied information that would have helped them navigate their own neurology, and then their parents only cared when money was involved. That's not something they owe anyone a free pass on, regardless of family ties.
The resentment isn't coming out of nowhere, it's built on real neglect. You don't get to neglect someone their whole life and then act surprised when they won't hand you the keys to their second chance.
On top of everything, my sister is pressuring me to use this benefit to get them a house. Both of us know that as they get older, they'll likely become dependent, and someone will have to take care of them. Honestly, I've considered putting them in a nursing home. My sister, however, refuses that idea on moral grounds, but at the same time, she doesn't want to take care of them either, since that would mean giving up her career in dentistry, which is her dream.
I have seen this before. The financially secure sibling pushes the struggling one into the caregiver role. It's easier when it's not your life on the line.
And the sister probably thinks she's being clever about it too.
Oh, this is about to turn.
I need to process this, because here's where the sister's logic completely falls apart. She's essentially asking the person who needs this housing benefit to use it for the people who hurt them, which means sacrificing their own stability. That's not burden sharing, that's exploitation wrapped in family obligation.
And the sister's got money but won't spend it. That tells you everything about whose comfort actually matters to her. The sister's whole strategy is let someone else sacrifice and call it family values.
Exactly. She's got the financial stability to help, but instead she's gaming her sibling into servitude. That's not clever, that's predatory.
It gets worse. The problem is, if I'm the one who has to take care of them, I'll likely lose my job, which would make it hard for me to support myself and even harder to get back into the workforce later on. My sister is financially better off than I am, but her plan seems to be pushing them to live with me in a house under my name, which would legally force me to take responsibility for them. Even if I moved out, the house would still be in my name, meaning I'd still be responsible for the payments, so all the risk falls on me.
The sister's plan is basically, you take the parents, lose your job, and become financially dependent while I keep my stability. That's not a family plan, that's a heist.
I literally can't. And she presented it like she was doing them a favor by refusing the nursing home option. That's gaslighting with good intentions vibes.
Huh. Okay, so get this.
The sister's willing to let them lose everything to avoid spending her own money. That's not love, that's just budgeting. Nah.
Given all of this, I can't really tell if I'm being a terrible person or if I'm just trying to protect myself from ending up being the one who gets screwed over in this situation.
Bro.
Wait, did they really just lay out how their sister is setting them up to sacrifice their job and future? This isn't about duty, this is about the sister wanting her parents housed without paying for it herself.
That's not love, that is control. And financial control at that.
Exactly.
Not a terrible person, not even close. This person is protecting their future from people who already proved they'll use them when it's convenient. The parents made their choices, the sister's making hers, and this person is making the only choice that doesn't sacrifice their life. That's self-preservation, and it's valid.
They're being smart and fair in the fairest way possible, refusing to set themselves on fire so someone else can stay warm. Their parents created this distance through deception and neglect. Their sister is trying to exploit it. Neither of those is this person's responsibility to fix, especially not at the cost of their own stability and job. Follow FPM Stories. We post every single day. Drop your verdict in the comments.
Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.